Welcome back. This is the next installment of how to complete the Common Application. In this video, we're going to talk about the family section of the Common Application, which is the next one in the list. In this one, you're going to start off with the people in your household. So they're going to want to know your parents' marital status, if your parents are married, separated, divorced, never married, etc. I'm checking off married. Um, and then with whom do you make your permanent home? So who do you live with? Do you live with both parents? If your parents are divorced or separated, do you live with parent one or parent two? Do you have a legal guardian or some other living situation? And then do you have any children? I would assume most of you would answer no, unless there's something about you that I don't know. And we'll continue on. And parent one and parent two can be whoever you want them to be. I'm going to say parent one is my mother. If you have limited information, you could include that here just because the application will ask for some more specific information. So is parent one living, yes or no? Parent one's prefix, notice that one's not required. And then first given name, I'm just going to call my mother Mrs. Flaherty. You would put your mother's first name and last name. Her current last name, if she has a former last name, you could include that as well, but it's not required. Notice it's also not required to put where your mother was born, or her email or her phone number. Those are all optional. If you put your mother's email address and or phone number, she will get information from colleges about you. So you can include that information or not. Parent number one address, in this case, it's going to be the same as my home address. And my mother's occupation. There were lots to choose from. My mother's a stay-at-home mom, so I'm going to put down homemaker. And my mother, let's see, we'll say she finished high school. She graduated from high school. And then we'll continue on. So parent number two could be a father, could also be a mother. You might have limited information about that parent, or you may not have another parent. So you have some choices here. Is parent number two living? Parent number two's prefix. And again, I'm just going to call my father Mr. Flaherty. You include your parent, again, their first or last name. Those are the only required questions here. The rest of these questions are not required. You can include your parent's birth country if you want to. Again, you could include parent two's email address, phone number if you'd like to, but you don't need to. You do need to answer this question. Parent two address could be the same as your home address, or if you'd only live with one parent, it might be different, or could be unknown. Occupation of this parent. In this case, I just put down college administrator staff, and this person is currently employed. And I just said he's working as a professor, and he's currently employed. So I had to look up the address of the college where he was employed. And then level of education, I'm going to say he went to graduate school. Number of institutions he attended, we'll say one. And then again, this is where I would look up where he went to college. And I'll say he went to Providence College. You can see it pops up here. So you hit continue and it fills that in. Number of degrees your parent received from this college, we'll say 2. Degree received, bachelor's degree. And then you're going to have to talk to your parent about this because the application is going to want to know what year your parent received these degrees, and you likely don't know the answer to that information. So you'll want to talk to your parent. Again, don't guess, just ask mom or dad if they went to college, where they went, when they got their degree, etc. And then if you have any siblings, you would have to answer information about let's call him brother Flaherty. You would have to answer information about your sibling, relationship, and then education level, if they're still in school, or if they're in college. And if they're in college, the degree they are expecting to earn, and looking up the college, when they started, when they finished.